What is up, guys? Yesterday I was perusing. There's a really cool website or a Twitter account called MCZ Today, or Momoiro Clover Z unofficial site, a fandom site, and they basically just put out like news stuff in English, which is pretty cool. And they have a blog that they update pretty much daily. It's really cool, honestly. But yesterday I saw a very interesting tweet by them, and it appears that momoclo are really popular among their fans. And it's really interesting because recently a guy left a comment under one of my first video on this channel talking about momoclo and how they are idol icons. And this person actually did say that, in fact, let me look here really quick just to verify, but it was actually a really good comment. Let's see, momoclo was the entry point, view more, entry point into idoldom, and I've yet to find a group that lives up to the idol title as they do. Performances, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, bring joy, happiness to their fans. I also think their fans are a great reflection of them as a group. Mononofu are the best idol fans you can find, simultaneously fanatical and zealously devoted. Look no further than this article. I know I just kind of went on a whole thing, but look no further than this article right here, where it literally goes into the fact that momoclo fans seem to, want to spend more than 10,000 yen a month just on supporting or consuming their material, be it music or DVDs or merchandise, right? And that is pretty great. That's pretty, spot on. Honestly, commenter, that's exactly what it is. And it just kind of goes to show the character of momoclo fans, because Momoiro Clover aren't necessarily like the biggest idol group. Some might argue that they kind of peaked in maybe 2013, 2014, 2015 even. Like that's kind of like the sweet spot for them in terms of but they can still sell shows at, stadiums and stuff. So it's not like, they've declined or anything. But generally speaking, as just like overall like mainstream fame, I guess you could say, they've really kind of like taken a they aren't as, I don't know, like recognizable as they used to be to people, because pop culture moves on pretty rapidly, and if you don't have those like strings of hits or whatever, those viral moments, then eventually someone's gonna come and usurp your throne, right? That's just how the business goes. But they're still a very successful group anyway, and they don't really need to be like the number one group in the world in order to accomplish what they set out to do. And so, and the fact that the crazy thing too is that like they are the number 6 brand in Japan, at least, where the people who are devoted to it or to them and want to spend more than 10,000 yen a month on what they do. They beat out Disney and OHTANI SHOHEI, like the biggest. He's literally like the biggest celebrity. He's in Japan right now. Like it's unreal. It almost feels like a fever dream. OHTANI SHOHEI. He's everywhere, but apparently his fans don't seem to want to be as supportive, or I don't know. The point that I'm trying to make here is that, despite the kind of lagged popularity over the last 10 years, In terms of just like broad mainstream appeal, momoclo do have like an extremely dedicated fan base, and I would like to think that that's kind of like idols in general, at least Japanese idols. A lot of the times when people have like favorite groups, Japanese or overseas fans, it really doesn't make a difference. Typically they are like very strongly devoted to supporting that group somehow. Usually that comes in the form of merchandise sales. Personally, I like to buy the music, which I know is kind of like, what? I mean, I have YouTube Premium, which means I also have YouTube Music, but I mean, I'm a huge Ano stan. I became one last year. And so when I saw that she had released an album, a couple days after that album dropped, I actually went to a physical Tower Records and bought a CD of the album just to have it, because I just streamed it. I just streamed the album to myself, but I bought the CD. Mostly because, like, okay, music business kind of, CD sales are more profitable. The artist is more likely to see that payback in the form of a CD sale. So I don't know. That's just my mentality. I'm not trying to like stand on a soapbox or anything, or think that I'm better than other people, because like whatever. But that's just like my way of being like, this is my vote for you, sort of thing. So, but I'm not really a merchandise guy, but I do have my fair share of momoclo merchandise. Aside from CDs and DVDs, particularly I think I have a t-shirt, and I have the dolls, not the new ones. I know there are like a bunch of new ones now. I have older ones, so ones from maybe the last decade, and those ones are still some of my favorite things. I don't have like a place to kind of keep them out, so I kind of put them in my closet. But they're hanging around, They're still kicking. I have all of them. They're a happy family. My Kanako one has seen better days, but that's because that one has traveled with me. It is very well traveled, unfortunately. But it's a Naitemo Indayo one. The point I'm trying to make here is that even I have momoclo merchandise of some kind. Not as much as maybe a lot of other I have books. I have the photo books and a couple of clear files that came with them. The Hustle Press photo books. And I have a Quick Japan featuring Kanako on the front. I forgot what issue that was. But that ended up getting water damaged somehow, and I'm actually still kind of mad about that. I don't know how it got water damaged. Nothing else did. I'm kind of mad about that. But still, because now I have to probably find a new copy of it somewhere, but it is what it is. I have some magazines, of course. I don't know. I don't know why I'm going off about this. momoclo is pretty cool. You know what? The thing is, I'm actually starting work on a new momoclo project, which I'm kind of excited for. So I hope you can stay tuned for that. For those who like Momoiro Clover, I know I make a lot of stuff about AKB too, but AKB is just like this ubiquitous name that even though their cultural cachet isn't what it once was, it still pulls in a good number of people. But a good amount of interest, I should say. But momoclo are definitely like where my home is, definitely. And I have a project in the works for that. I have a couple of ideas actually, but one in particular which I'm really looking forward to. I think it's going to be a multi-parter, which is going to be interesting. And I know this has turned into a discussion about like a teaser for an upcoming project that will hopefully happen. But no, in all seriousness though, momoclo really do have like still one of the most dedicated fan bases out there. I don't think, once you get pulled into it, it's kind of difficult to like get out of it, You can't get yourself out of it. It's not like it's not like, I don't know, you just, they're so down to earth and so generally likable, and they make some pretty good tunes. They have really good performances, you know? I mean, I'm not as up to date on their music catalog as I probably would have been, or as I should be. But you know, I hear their stuff. I hear their new stuff, and I think, man, you know, this is pretty cool. And they're dropping an album soon. I gotta get that on pre-order. But anyway, I'm just trailing off now. But yeah, momoclo are pretty awesome, and it's pretty cool to see that, you know, someone leaves a comment talking about the devotion of momoclo fans, and here we are with like actual public, like an actual publication sort of just confirming that. So I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this in some way. I'll see you next time with another video. And until then,